Hello, and welcome. My name is Ethel. I'm a certified Akashic Record transformational life coach and Akashic Records practitioner and feminine embodiment coach. We are hosting our first ever feminine activation session on March 8th. And so I just wanted to come on here and sort of introduce myself and talk about what it is that I do. And if you are interested, the link is in the bio. Check it out and see if this is something that you would like to be a part of. Now, did you know that your relationship with yourself determines how other people are going to treat you? Especially if you are a woman. How you treat yourself, how you feel about yourself is exactly how the world is going to treat you. It's like, have you ever had a moment where you are like, you get up in the morning and you go somewhere, maybe you're feeling a little insecure inside, right? But you don't really voice it. You just feel slightly off, like you're not yourself. And then everybody treats you like that. That's because at a soul level, at a spiritual level, they're picking up how you feel about yourself and just kind of like reflecting that back to you. So your relationship with yourself is very, very important because that determines what you attract to you. And really, it's not just women. It's everybody in general. If you love yourself and if you really take yourself seriously, as if, yeah, I matter, then the world is going to reflect that to you and begin to show you just how important you are, just how much you matter, right? And so this is the beauty of soul level work, soul level healing, so that you can get rid of the baggage and begin to reintroduce yourself to the truth of who you are. Because every one of us is divine and every one of us have certain gifts that we come in with. And so if we don't know who we are truly, there's no way that we can show up for the people that are in our lives in a way that is authentic and aligned to us, first of all, and in a way that is going to bring value to the people that we love. So this is where self-awareness and self-concept is important. But for women in particular, we have been programmed to believe so little about ourselves, right? I grew up thinking that I wasn't good enough because someone told me repeatedly that I wasn't good enough. And so I took that program on. The way I showed up, the way people treated me, the way I thought about the world around me was from the lens that I wasn't good enough. That's a program. And I'm not sure if you know this or not. Anything that is created, whether it's created in your mind or it's a program from someone outside of yourself, it has to express itself somehow. Any truth that is created within yourself or by someone outside of yourself, everything has to be expressed. It has to be experienced because it was created by a consciousness. And so that consciousness is going to have to play itself out somehow. And so when we get in these limiting patterns and we don't know how to clear that, we're just like, in defensive mode all the time and like limitation and like victimhood. That was something that was created by someone outside of yourself or by yourself, or maybe you perpetuated a program that isn't serving you, that doesn't express the truth of who you are. Now, the womb is very, very powerful. The womb is a portal. I'm speaking for women. But there's a lot of fear, there's a lot of guilt, and there's a lot of shame that we've been programmed with. We carry that around, and it is such a limiting thing that we just react and we have no idea why we're acting the way that we do. So when you bring conscious awareness to what is happening in your womb and you heal that, you begin to tap into your power for the first time. And it feels incredible. It's powerful, and some women sort of reject it a little bit because maybe they haven't felt their true self in a long time. So it's like, it's foreign. But that's who we are. We are very powerful beings, and we're here to create our lives exactly like we want. We're here to show up without editing our energy, without shrinking our energy field, and let other people program us on how to be. So you've heard of divine feminine energy, and some of the things that I see on this app are they're not the truth of what the divine feminine is. Yes, there are some aspects that are part of the divine feminine, but it's like they've gotten one part of the truth and like ran with it. They don't really talk about the deeper aspects of what divine feminine is. So the one I'm talking about here is like the dark feminine, or like, oh, the most feminine girl is like cute and stuff like that. But that's not all that she is. There's more to divine feminine energy than what I usually see on this app. But again, I understand if someone doesn't really know anything about divine feminine energy and they get a little bit of a taste of what it is, the ego is going to latch on that, right? It's going to latch on to that as the truth, as the only truth. And then they're going to blow it out by performing, right? So they get a little bit of the truth and then they want to show off. Yeah, I'm all that. I'm on the divine feminine energies. That's not what it is. Divine feminine energy does not perform. And how we show up as the divine, as women, is different. It's not a one size fits all like I see here. It's something unique and sacred to you, right? So the beauty of tapping into your womb and tapping into your divine feminine energy is that it begins to show you what it means to be you, what it means to be your truth, right? Because a lot of time in society and, in the media, there's a tendency to look at what other people have and be like, I want that. I want what they have. And so I'm going to act exactly like they do. I'm going to take these action steps they told me and maybe I'll manifest it, but then we end up disappointed. It's because that's just an example. That was an example to show you what is available to you because you called that into your energy field to show you that you are ready for a bigger expression of yourself. You are ready for a different life than you are currently living. And so what I see oftentimes and not, people are trying to act like other people when that's not the point. The point is you bring yourself, you call certain examples to you on your spiritual path when you're ready. And so you look at somebody and you're like, I think I'd like something like that for myself. So what that means is that tune in, tap in, heal what needs to be healed. Begin to listen to the voice of your soul, to the guidance that comes, from within, to your intuition, and it's going to guide you on what to do, right? So it's not about copying other people. And so this is also where, the syndrome of, copying other people. There's a word for it. Hi, everybody. I am so sorry. I've just been talking. I didn't even see. Welcome, Perka. I'm so sorry. I hope I'm not butchering your name. Welcome, Rando DNA 369. I say hi. And then I can't see the other name. I'm so sorry. But welcome. Thank you for joining me. I decided to come on for a little bit before I went to bed because I'm going to be coming on live here tomorrow. I haven't decided what time yet. But yeah, so I just wanted to come on and if you have been seeing videos about divine feminine energy, and if you have been intrigued by topics like the Akashic Records and what they are and how you can change your life through the Akashic Records, and really just tapping into your divine energy, getting to know who you are. I am an expert in these topics and I enjoy sharing my knowledge and what I've found is helpful when it comes to spiritual healing and divine self-expression. So I'm very excited for the webinar that we are hosting on March 8th about divine feminine activation. And we're going to be talking about what it is and what it isn't and how you can integrate your own divine self-expression because we are all unique and different. You can see an example outside of yourself, but it doesn't mean that that's the blueprint for your life. your blueprint is different from someone else. So true alignment means that you get to tap in and find out who you are really and how you are meant to express your energy. I find that women shrink themselves so much because we don't know who we are. And society has taught us to fight with each other, to put other women down. We've been taught to compete, and that's a masculine energy, right? And so feminine energy, we've starved this beautiful part of ourselves for so long that we don't know how to tap in and like listen to our intuition. But this is the time to do the work. This is the time for you to begin to tap in and like listen to your soul. Listen to how your soul wants to express itself in the next level of your life, but starting now. And nothing comes into your consciousness without your permission. When you're ready for something, you begin to attract certain people, certain courses, you begin to see things everywhere. And so that's guidance for you to let you know that it's time for you to tune in, to start learning about a deeper aspect of yourself and see how it can create your life. Because when your divine feminine energy is awakened, it does not negotiate with your ego at all. Your divine feminine energy is not controlling. And your divine feminine energy does not tolerate drama. We are speaking of a deeper part of who we are as feminine beings. And it has such wisdom. Things that we already know, and things that we already know at a deep level. But when we are crowded with like negative programming and everything else that we program ourselves with, and society does that too, how are you gonna know who you are? The programs become our truth. We just react and we just think that's just how life is. Everyone else is doing it. It must be, that's just how it is. But it isn't like that. There is more to you. There's even a deeper part of yourself that can truly shift your life in such a beautiful way. I'm curious, how many of you guys have heard of feminine energy before? Because I know there's, a lot of like energy healing modalities out there and techniques and processes, even when it comes to like manifestation. There's a lot of manifestation 369 or whatever, but nobody really talks about divine feminine energy the way that it really is. Even like the stuff that I see on here is not the complete truth of what the divine feminine is. So how many of you guys know about divine feminine energy? I'm just curious. Anybody? Maybe I'm not seeing the chart. Let's see. All right. What kind of modalities do you guys know about the healing modalities or even like manifestation modalities? What are sort of the things that you've implemented in the past as far as healing? Have you heard of the Akashic Records? Hi, thank you for joining. Thank you. I'm trying to get to my comments. I don't know if this is my second time going live today, so bear with me, please. It's my first time today, and I'm going to be going live often to talk about what I do and how, certain modalities help heal. I don't think I can see comments. But anyway, so here's some of the modalities that I use in my own practices that really help me energetically and mentally. So the Akashic Record is probably one of my favorite modalities that I use quite frequently. The Akashic Records are an energetic database. They literally store everything that you go through, every choice you've ever made, even the decisions that we make at the mental body level that we don't act on. All of that is stored in the Akashic Records, which is, an energetic database. And then this is also where you find out what your soul level energetics are, right? So you're not just you're not doing psychic reading work. The Akashic Records, the soul level information includes your energies. Not everyone uses the same energy in manifestation and in creation. So there are people that gifted in being in relationship. Like they bring a beautiful energy in all of their relationships, whether that's a relationship with their parents, their siblings, their friends, their husbands or wives, or romantic relationships. They just have an innate understanding of how to improve relationships. They're like naturally gifted in that, and they're also natural guides. So what these people do is that when you are in their presence and you're talking about your life, and it's fascinating how these individuals just like naturally draw people to them that need to heal, right? Because these people that are experts in relationships are also natural healers. And so these people like naturally draw people to them that want to heal themselves. So the energy of being an expert in relationships helps people heal themselves without doing anything. So for example, like you are an expert, you are the one I'm talking about, like, who's like really gifted at holding the energy of relationship, and you call people to you energetically, easily, unconsciously. You have no idea, but you have an awareness in yourself that you naturally call people to you. And so this person, let's say it's a coworker or a sister, comes to you and they just start talking about their lives. Oh man, this was terrible, and then this happened, and this is how I felt. Man, he was a jerk, or whatever. When they're done talking, they feel better because your presence holds such a sacred, non-judgmental presence about it that people naturally trust you. People want to be around you. People just love being in your presence. And so as I'm speaking right now, some of you may actually resonate with this, or you may know someone who's like that, and they might even pop in your mind as I'm speaking right now. So the Akashic Records is where you can find out what your natural gifts are. Some people are talented or innately talented at public speaking. Now, this is not my gift. I don't know if you've been hearing all of these, repeating myself and stuff. It's not my natural gift, but I'm challenging myself to speak, to get out and express myself. There are people that are naturally gifted at this. When people speak, they can understand them at a deep level. And so when we are doing manifestation work, and we don't know who we are, and so we try out the 369 and the scripting for 3 months or whatever, and it's not working. You do exactly what your mentor told you, but it's not working. Why is that? It's because not every manifestation process that's out there is for everybody. We are all unique and different, and so that means that the energetic blueprint that you bring to this world right now is unique and specific, right? Now one can say, well, yeah, it didn't work, but we have to try different things. Yeah, I'm not saying you can't try different manifestation techniques, but you gotta understand, you gotta reach a point, you have to at least reach a point where you're like, okay, I've tried enough. Nothing has really worked. Nothing is sticking. That's an indicator that, especially after trying so many times with, different manifestation techniques and stuff, and nothing is sticking, nothing is really bringing you success, then that's a big indicator that you found out what doesn't work, and now it's time for you to step into your divine nature through the Akashic Record and find out just who the heck you are. What are your energies, right? And how are you actually designed to show up here? So with the divine energies that your soul is created in and through comes the manifestation blueprint, which is a roadmap to how to show up, how to bring this energy in the physical dimension, right? So the Akashic Records, they reside at the 5th dimension. So what I do is I go into a client's Akashic Record and, access their manifestation blueprint and their divine soul blueprint and find out, okay, so I'll just say I do the reading, and then we sit down, whether in person or on Zoom, and then I let you know what I find. The beautiful thing about this is that I don't have to tell you who you are. You will be able to know, you will be able to resonate, and you'll be able to remember certain instances in your life where you naturally implemented your divine soul blueprint without knowing, and it brought you some sort of success, right? And usually that comes naturally in your consciousness. You're like, oh yeah, I remember that. That's true. And I haven't heard anyone say it's not true. And it's possible. I'm not saying that, the reading is 100% every time. There are going to be people that say, yeah, no, that's not me. But I'll tell you, because of your current patterns of choices, it's very likely that you are very connected and really safe in these patterns, that you've never really implemented who you are. Not in a way that actually makes big changes, right? So you haven't really experienced the natural flow of your own divine energy. And so, yeah, you're gonna come with resistance, and that's okay. We all start where we are, but I'll say the Akashic Records are an invaluable resource. Anybody can get an Akashic Record reading down, whether you're a man or a woman. But so that's what the Akashic Records are. I also do channel, part of my divine gifts, I channel higher beings of light, the ones from Egypt, and some haven't been human yet. And they bring in such profound insight and new information that I really haven't heard anywhere. And so when you get a reading done, you find out what your natural gifts are. Mine just turns out to be channeling. So this goes to channeling the beings of light, or channeling deep insights for someone from their spirit guides and their soul family, because we come with them. And some of them actually join us at different stages of our lives to guide us from a specific situation. But we have to kind of ask for it, and we have to be ready for their guidance, and we have to be at least willing to hear what they have to say. And I'll tell you, when you implement guidance from your spirit guides, you begin to know that you're not alone. That even when you think you're alone, because third dimension is very dense, and so the situations that we go through can sometimes make us feel like we're alone, but we are never alone. Never. So I always encourage people to get a reading done. At least, even if you don't want to clear your blocks and restrictions, because I'll tell you, we are coming in with baggage from other lifetimes and certain blocks from our childhood, from how we were programmed. We all get programmed at some point. And so this is common. I'm not calling anyone out. So we come in with a lot of baggage. So basically, we don't know who we are. We don't know what our own energy feels like, because we are bombarded by the mental chatter of the blocks and restrictions, the failures, the non-accomplishments, or whatever. All the mental drama that goes in our minds, that you don't have time to be in silence and to begin to tap into who you are. Or at least, get a reading done and see how you can clear some of these, so that you can begin to hear the clear guidance of your soul. I think that's very important, especially now. We are all being called to step up, to heal what is no longer needed and that's no longer working for us, so that we can show up as the true authentic selves, true authentic beings that we came here to be. We were never meant to live in fear, in limitation, perpetual limitation. No matter what you do, you're just experiencing limitation of one kind or another. It's so that is the Akashic Record. Now, for my gift of channeling, I do requested channeling. So let's say you want, for people that love affirmations, you want certain affirmations that are unique to you and what you are wanting to manifest, specific things. So what I do then is to call upon your spiritual team and have them channel through me, and the vibration and the energy of what you are calling in literally comes through me into the, through my vocal cords and my channel, and into a recording for you to listen at night or during the day or whatever. They have certain specific codes in them to help shift your life in the background of your life. So that's another one that's really profound. But I see I have a timer here. Thank you so much, you guys, for joining. I hope you come back tomorrow. I'll be going live again. This has been a fear of mine for some time, to go live. Today I was bold enough to be like, I don't care what happens, I don't care what I'm looking like, I'm going live today. So I guess celebrate with me. I conquered my fear. And thank you for joining me. I hope you like and follow and share. Check out my page for the content that I create, mindset and energy healing stuff. If you are interested in spiritual healing and self-awareness stuff. So thank you so much. I'll be back tomorrow. Excuse me. I hope you have a good night. Bye-bye. Excuse me. I hope you have a good night. Bye-bye. I hope you have a good night. Bye-bye.